didn't believe me, and I'm like, it's gonna go off.
You had a feeling about it?
100%.
Just wanted to meet her, and she was the queen always. And when I met her,
Jason Momoa's recent revelation about the reasons behind his divorce from Lisa Bonet opened an unexpected window into the complexities of maintaining personal relationships while living under the unyielding scrutiny of public attention. The confirmation, coming a full year after the split, stirred a wave of introspection among fans and observers alike, prompting a deep dive into not only the personal struggles that often remain hidden behind tabloid headlines, but also the broader implications for celebrity culture and the nature of intimate partnerships. His candid recounting of the emotional and personal challenges he experienced offers a layered narrative that extends far beyond the confines of a celebrity breakup. Before we start, hit the like and subscribe buttons for more updates. For many, the public had always associated Momoa with his rugged charm, his larger-than-life roles, and an unwavering sense of strength both on and off screen. However, his confirmation about the personal reasons that led to the dissolution of his marriage reveals a side of him that is vulnerable and introspective. It is a rare glimpse into the human condition behind a persona that many idolize for his heroic qualities. The decision to share such personal details, even after a year, underscores a deliberate choice to confront the complexities of identity, personal fulfillment, and the evolving nature of human connections. In doing so, he not only illuminates the challenges of sustaining a relationship amidst differing expectations and lifestyles, but also invites a conversation about the price of living authentically in an environment where every personal decision can become fodder for public consumption. The narrative that emerged from his confirmation is layered with the nuances of two individuals who once shared a deeply intertwined life. Lisa Bonet, known for her unique style and free-spirited persona, had always been seen as a figure who challenged conventional norms. Her relationship with Momoa, marked by a shared passion for art, nature, and a nonconformist lifestyle, was perceived as a union of kindred spirits. Yet, as time went on, it became clear that the very qualities that drew them together also created a space for friction. The event of their divorce and the subsequent explanation provided by Momoa offers a reflective look at how personal growth can sometimes lead individuals down divergent paths. His account suggests that the pressures of living up to an idealized version of oneself, especially when that self is on constant display to an audience, can sometimes magnify the inherent differences between two people. In his recounting, there is a noticeable emphasis on the importance of authenticity and the need for space to evolve as individuals. Momoa's explanation seems to be rooted in the understanding that personal growth is not a static process but one that demands continuous introspection and the courage to make difficult choices. The decision to part ways, after years of shared history and mutual admiration, speaks volumes about the nature of commitment and the often overlooked reality that sometimes love is not enough to sustain a union in the face of profound personal change. It invites reflection on how the relentless pace of life in the public eye can sometimes lead to compromises in personal well-being, ultimately prompting choices that prioritize individual authenticity over the maintenance of a relationship that may no longer serve the growth of either party. The implications of this confirmation stretch far beyond the immediate circle of those involved. For fans and observers, the narrative serves as a reminder that the glamorous images portrayed in media are but a snapshot of a far more intricate personal reality. The story of Momoa and Bonet challenges the simplistic narratives of celebrity relationships that often dominate public discourse. Instead of a tale of scandal or bitterness, what emerges is a contemplative exploration of the ways in which personal evolution can lead to unexpected and, at times, painful decisions. In this context, the event is emblematic of a broader cultural shift where the importance of mental and emotional well-being is increasingly recognized, even if it means making choices that are difficult to reconcile with public expectations. There is also a significant cultural dimension to the story that resonates with many who find themselves at the intersection of personal ambition and societal pressure. The confirmation invites discussion about the role of individual agency in the face of overwhelming external expectations. In many ways, The decision to share his perspective acts as an act of reclaiming narrative control. By articulating the reasons behind his decision in his own words, Momoa disrupts the cycle of speculation that often surrounds celebrity relationships. Instead of leaving the story to be shaped by external voices and sensationalist interpretations, he offers a counter-narrative grounded in his own experience. A narrative that values introspection and the recognition that sometimes the hardest decisions are those that allow for future growth. The implications for celebrity culture are profound. In an era where social media amplifies every nuance of personal life, the pressure to appear perfect and unchanging can be overwhelming. Celebrities, who are often held to standards that blur the line between public persona and private identity, face challenges that are rarely encountered by those outside the spotlight. Momoa's explanation touches upon these challenges, hinting at the underlying tension between public expectation and personal fulfillment. His decision to confirm the reasons behind his divorce underscores the reality that even those who appear invincible are subject to the same vulnerabilities and inner conflicts that affect everyday relationships. It is a narrative that reaffirms the idea that the pursuit of personal authenticity is a journey fraught with difficult decisions, even for those who are accustomed to living in the limelight. The public's reaction to the confirmation, while not the focus of the discussion, underscores a persistent fascination with the personal lives of public figures. The event raises important questions about the boundaries between public interest and private life. While society's curiosity about celebrity relationships is unlikely to wane, the narrative provided by Momoa challenges the notion that personal struggles should be reduced to a series of tabloid headlines. Instead, it calls for a more empathetic understanding of the human condition, a recognition that the path to self-discovery and emotional fulfillment is often marked by choices that are as difficult as they are necessary. In this light, the confirmation is not merely a revelation about a past relationship, but a broader commentary on the nature of love, loss, and the continuous quest for personal truth. There is an inherent irony in the way in which public figures are expected to embody both strength and vulnerability simultaneously. For many years, Momoa's public image has been built on a foundation of resilience and an almost mythic portrayal of masculinity. Yet, his explanation reveals that behind the formidable exterior lies a person who is deeply affected by the pressures of maintaining a facade that is often at odds with his inner emotional landscape. The dichotomy between public persona and private reality is a recurring theme in discussions about celebrity, and this event brings that tension into sharp focus. It becomes clear that the journey toward personal authenticity often involves reconciling these two seemingly opposing aspects of identity, a process that is neither straightforward nor devoid of conflict. The event also serves as a catalyst for broader discussions about the nature of commitment and the evolution of relationships in contemporary society. Traditional notions of marriage and long-term partnership are increasingly being re-examined in light of modern values that emphasize self-realization and personal growth. In confirming the reasons behind his divorce, Momoa inadvertently contributes to a larger dialogue about the dynamics of modern relationships. The decision to separate, when viewed through this lens, is not simply an act of ending a partnership, but a transformative moment that allows for the redefinition of personal boundaries and the reimagining of what it means to be true to oneself. In this sense, the confirmation can be seen as a reflection of a broader cultural shift, one that recognizes the importance of individual evolution even at the cost of traditional commitments. The implications of such a perspective are far-reaching. In a world where the ideal of everlasting love is often romanticized, the recognition that personal growth may necessitate separation from a partner challenges conventional narratives. It encourages a re-evaluation of what it means to love and be loved, a process that is intimately tied to the acceptance of change and the acknowledgement that sometimes the healthiest decision for both individuals is to part ways. This perspective invites us to consider the possibility that divorce, rather than being viewed solely as a failure of commitment, can also be interpreted as an act of self-care and a necessary step toward achieving a more authentic life. The narrative provided by Momoa, stripped of sensationalism and presented with a measured candor, contributes to this evolving understanding of relationships in the modern era. Beyond the personal implications, the confirmation has a resonant impact on societal perceptions of celebrity. It forces a reconsideration of the simplistic narratives that often dominate media coverage of high-profile relationships. The nuanced explanation provided by Momoa acts as a counterweight to the reductive tendency to view celebrity divorces as mere fodder for scandal. Instead, it emphasizes that such events are multifaceted and deeply human, reflecting the same complexities that characterize relationships outside the spotlight. This broader understanding challenges the public to look beyond the surface and appreciate the intricate interplay of personal, emotional, and social factors that define human connections. In doing so, it encourages a more thoughtful and compassionate discourse about the nature of intimacy and the myriad challenges that come with balancing public life and personal well-being. In reflecting on the event, one is reminded of the delicate balance between the pursuit of personal happiness and the obligations that come with being a public figure. The confirmation by Momoa illustrates that the journey to self-realization is often fraught with decisions that are as painful as they are necessary. It brings to light the inherent tension between the desire to present a polished image to the world and the equally powerful need to address one's inner emotional realities. This tension is not unique to celebrities. It is a universal challenge that resonates with anyone who has ever struggled to reconcile personal ambitions with external expectations. The event thus serves as a powerful reminder that the quest for authenticity is a fundamental human endeavor, one that transcends the boundaries of fame and fortune. The discussion around the confirmation also highlights the evolving landscape of communication in the digital age. In an era where social media platforms and instant news cycles can amplify personal revelations to a global audience within seconds, the act of sharing one's personal truth becomes an exercise in vulnerability as well as strength. Momoa's choice to confirm the reasons behind his divorce on his own terms, rather than allowing the narrative to be shaped solely by external voices, is indicative of a broader trend where individuals seek to reclaim agency over their personal stories. This act of self-disclosure challenges the conventional power dynamics between public figures and the media, suggesting that authenticity can serve as a form of resistance against the often dehumanizing tendencies of celebrity culture. The event prompts further reflection on the ways in which personal narratives are constructed and disseminated in contemporary society. The confirmation, while deeply personal, is also a public act that carries with it the weight of societal expectations and cultural commentary. It raises important questions about how we define success, fulfillment, and happiness in relationships, particularly when those relationships are lived out in the public eye. The narrative suggests that the process of disentangling oneself from a relationship is not solely about the end of a chapter, but also about the beginning of a journey toward greater self-understanding. In this context, the event can be seen as a milestone that encapsulates the ongoing struggle to balance personal integrity with the demands of a life that is constantly on display. The insights gleaned from Momoa's confirmation invite a broader contemplation of the role that personal transformation plays in our lives. It underscores the idea that growth often requires the courage to let go of familiar structures and relationships, even when they have been a source of comfort and support. This understanding resonates on a universal level, as it speaks to the inherent challenges of change and the inevitable evolution of personal identity over time. The event thus serves as a poignant reminder that the journey towards self-discovery is rarely linear, and that the choices we make, however difficult, are integral to the process of becoming who we truly are. There is a profound sense of introspection embedded in the narrative, a recognition that every relationship, no matter how deep or seemingly perfect, carries with it the potential for unforeseen challenges. The confirmation of the reasons behind the divorce reflects an acceptance of the impermanent nature of relationships and the unpredictable paths that life can take. It is a narrative that emphasizes the importance of being true to oneself, even when that truth leads to decisions that may be met with misunderstanding or criticism from the outside world. In a culture that often prizes stability and permanence, this act of personal honesty stands out as a testament to the courage it takes to embrace change and pursue a more authentic way of living. In many ways, the event redefines the dialogue around personal liberation and the pursuit of happiness. It suggests that the decision to move on from a relationship, when made with thoughtfulness and clarity, is not an admission of failure, but rather an acknowledgement of the dynamic nature of human emotions and aspirations. The confirmation by Momoa becomes a symbolic moment, one that challenges traditional narratives of marriage and divorce, urging a re-examination of what it means to commit to a shared life in a world where personal evolution is inevitable. It is a narrative that, stripped of sensationalism, invites a more compassionate and nuanced discussion about the realities of love, commitment, and self-fulfillment. The implications of this event ripple outwards, touching on themes that are both timeless and deeply contemporary. The personal reasons shared by Momoa speak to the universal experience of growth and the sometimes painful choices that accompany it. They remind us that even those who appear to live extraordinary lives are not immune to the complexities and contradictions that define human existence. In a society that often demands that we maintain an image of unyielding strength, the confirmation of personal vulnerability becomes a powerful reminder that true resilience lies in acknowledging our imperfections and embracing the transformative power of change. At its core, the event is a meditation on the nature of human connection and the delicate interplay between individuality and partnership. It invites a thoughtful consideration of how relationships can serve as both a mirror and a catalyst for personal growth. The decision to share the reasons behind the divorce reflects a deep-seated belief that authenticity is paramount, a conviction that personal fulfillment can only be achieved when we allow ourselves the freedom to evolve without being confined by the expectations of others. This narrative, rich in emotional complexity, challenges us to reconsider our own definitions of success and happiness in relationships, prompting an introspective look at how we navigate the inevitable intersections of our personal journeys. In reflecting on the confirmation and its broader implications, it becomes evident that the story is not simply about the end of a union, but also about the emergence of a new understanding of self. It speaks to the transformative power of difficult decisions and the realization that every ending carries within it the seeds of new beginnings. The narrative underscores the idea that the pursuit of personal authenticity is a journey that is often marked by moments of profound change, moments that compel us to re-examine our values, reassess our priorities, and ultimately embrace the ever-evolving nature of our own identities. The event in its raw and unfiltered presentation also challenges the conventional wisdom that equates public success with personal happiness. It prompts a deeper examination of the societal pressures that shape our understanding of relationships and forces a reconsideration of the metrics by which we measure fulfillment. In doing so, it offers a counterpoint to the often idealized portrayals of celebrity lives, a reminder that beneath the glitz and glamour lies a reality marked by the same struggles, doubts, and transformative experiences that are part and parcel of everyday life. Through his confirmation, Momoa extends an invitation to engage in a more meaningful conversation about the nature of love and the ways in which personal evolution shapes our interactions with the world. The narrative he offers is one that values introspection over pretense and authenticity over superficial appearances. It is a testament to the fact that even in the most public of lives, there exists a private realm of emotions and experiences that are just as profound as they are personal. The implications of this understanding are far-reaching, suggesting that the true measure of success in any relationship may lie in the courage to face one's own truths and to make choices that honor that authenticity. The confirmation about the reasons behind the divorce serves as a powerful reminder of the inherent complexities of human relationships. It underscores the idea that every relationship, no matter how celebrated or scrutinized, is ultimately a tapestry woven from a myriad of emotions, experiences, and personal truths. The event invites a contemplation of the delicate balance between individual growth and the shared journey of partnership, a balance that, when disrupted, can lead to profound transformation. It is a narrative that, while rooted in the specific experiences of two individuals, resonates on a universal level, offering insights into the challenges and rewards of living a life guided by the principles of authenticity and personal integrity. In sharing the reasons behind his divorce, Jason Momoa provides a glimpse into a chapter of his life that is as instructive as it is personal. His reflections act as a reminder that the path to self-discovery is rarely linear, and that the decisions we make, no matter how difficult, are often necessary steps toward achieving a more honest and fulfilling life. The event stands as a poignant example of how personal evolution can sometimes lead to the reevaluation of even the most cherished relationships, challenging us to embrace change with both courage and compassion. It is a narrative that encourages us to view the journey of personal growth not as a series of failures, but as an ongoing process of transformation, one that demands both introspection and the willingness to take risks in the pursuit of truth. Through the lens of this event, the broader implications for society become clear. The confirmation is not merely a reflection on a single relationship, but a commentary on the evolving nature of intimacy and the importance of living authentically. It highlights the fact that even the most public figures must grapple with the same inner conflicts and personal dilemmas that define the human experience. In doing so, it challenges us to reconsider our own approaches to relationships, and to recognize that the pursuit of personal fulfillment often requires difficult choices. Choices that, while painful, are essential for true growth and self-realization. The narrative that has emerged from this confirmation invites ongoing reflection on the intricate interplay between personal identity and public perception. It suggests that the process of truly understanding oneself is inextricably linked to the willingness to confront the parts of our lives that may no longer align with our evolving values and aspirations. In this way, the event is emblematic of a broader shift in how we view relationships in the modern world, a shift that recognizes the importance of personal authenticity and the transformative power of self-knowledge. It is a reminder that even in a world that often prioritizes appearances and external validation, the journey toward true happiness is ultimately an internal one, defined by the courage to live one's truth. The confirmation stands as a compelling testament to the challenges and rewards of embracing change. It is a narrative steeped in the realities of personal transformation, a story that, while marked by the end of a significant chapter, also points to the endless possibilities that arise when one chooses to honor their inner voice. In sharing his perspective, Momoa not only provides clarity about a deeply personal decision, but also contributes to a larger cultural conversation about the meaning of commitment, the inevitability of change, and the pursuit of a life that is both authentic and deeply fulfilling. The narrative that unfolds from this event is one of profound introspection and undeniable courage. It compels us to question the conventional wisdom surrounding relationships and challenges the notion that stability must come at the expense of personal growth. The reasons behind the divorce, as confirmed by Momoa, serve as a reminder that the journey toward self-discovery is often paved with difficult decisions. Decisions that require us to balance the demands of external expectations with the equally important call of our inner truth. It is a message that resonates on many levels, offering insights not only into the lives of those in the public eye, but also into the universal challenges of love, commitment, and personal evolution. In the final analysis, the confirmation about the reasons behind the divorce from Lisa Bonet is far more than a mere recounting of personal events. It is a thoughtful exploration of the complexities inherent in modern relationships. It invites an ongoing dialogue about the interplay between public image and private reality, encouraging a deeper appreciation for the ways in which personal growth shapes our lives and our connections with others. By sharing his experience with such openness, Jason Momoa has illuminated a path that many will recognize as their own, a path marked by the relentless pursuit of authenticity, even in the face of inevitable change. The message conveyed through this confirmation is a timeless one, echoing across the boundaries of celebrity and common experience alike. It is a call to embrace the challenges of change, to honor the truth of our personal journeys, and to understand that the courage to evolve is a hallmark of a life lived with integrity. In reflecting on this event, it becomes clear that the true measure of success in any relationship is not found in the absence of conflict or the permanence of union, but in the willingness to confront the complexities of our inner lives and to choose authenticity above all else. Every word shared in the wake of this confirmation carries with it the weight of personal experience and the quiet strength of someone who has dared to live truthfully. The narrative is a celebration of the human spirit, a spirit that finds its greatest expression not in the flawless performance of a public persona, but in the honest, sometimes painful journey toward understanding who we truly are. It is a reminder that while the public may see only the highlights of a life lived in the spotlight, the real story is always found in the subtle interplay of vulnerability, resilience, and the transformative power of personal choice. In embracing the complexities of his own experience, Jason Momoa has not only provided insight into a significant personal chapter, but has also offered a broader commentary on the challenges of modern life. His confirmation underscores the importance of living with intention and the recognition that sometimes the most meaningful decisions are those that require us to let go of what we once held dear. It is a narrative that is both deeply personal and universally relevant, a reminder that the path to true fulfillment is often a journey of letting go, of moving forward with the wisdom gained from every experience. The story that unfolds from this moment of clarity is one that invites ongoing reflection and a renewed understanding of what it means to live authentically. It challenges preconceived notions about love and commitment, urging a recognition that the pursuit of personal truth often demands sacrifices that are as significant as they are transformative. In this light, the event is not merely a moment of personal revelation, but a powerful statement about the nature of growth, the inevitability of change, and the enduring strength that comes from embracing one's true self. Every aspect of the confirmation is imbued with a quiet dignity, a sense of resolve that speaks to the challenges of balancing a public identity with the deeply personal realities of life. It is a narrative that transcends the confines of celebrity gossip, offering instead a meditation on the universal struggles of self-discovery and the relentless quest for authenticity. As the details of the confirmation continue to resonate with audiences, they serve as a reminder that every ending, no matter how painful, is also an opportunity for new beginnings, a chance to rebuild and redefine what it means to live a life guided by truth, courage, and a commitment to personal growth. Amid the constant glare of the spotlight, a unique tension arises for those whose lives are intertwined with the world of creativity and art. This experience of personal recalibration has been felt by numerous individuals in the creative domain who have grappled with the dual demands of delivering inspirational performances while managing an inner life of reflection and self-doubt. The exposure of deeply personal motivations in a public forum invites observers to consider the often overlooked emotional labor that underpins the lives of those we admire. It is a poignant reminder that even the most dynamic expressions of creativity can hide inner narratives of struggle, reinvention, and transformation. Navigating the complex terrain of personal ambition and intimate partnerships, the situation has sparked further dialogue on the evolution of creative relationships. Artists working under the weight of constant public attention are not immune to the internal dilemmas that arise when personal fulfillment collides with the pressures of delivering a captivating public persona. The intricate balancing act between artistic passion and personal well-being often demands that individuals make difficult choices that diverge from societal expectations. Such decisions, though painful, pave the way for a deeper exploration of self and a reaffirmation of personal priorities that might otherwise be overshadowed by the lure of public adulation. This unfolding narrative also brings to light the challenging interplay between private reflection and public performance. When every aspect of one's life is subject to intense observation, the private realm becomes vulnerable to external commentary, often distorting genuine experiences into simplified narratives for mass consumption. The courage to reveal the internal forces at work behind a personal transition opens up a broader conversation about the responsibility of the public in respecting the complexity of individual lives. The revelation underscores that the creative spirit is nourished not just by external success, but also by the quiet, introspective moments that rarely make headlines. The dynamics at work here illuminate the immense challenge of sustaining artistic integrity in an environment where personal sacrifices are frequently expected. In a culture that places high value on both aesthetic excellence and emotional fortitude, there is little room for the unvarnished realities of internal conflict. The decision to prioritize personal equilibrium over the maintenance of a public partnership invites a reassessment of how creative professionals are understood and appreciated. It reveals that the pursuit of an authentic life can necessitate relinquishing certain external validations, even when those validations come with widespread recognition. Furthermore, this situation offers a distinct perspective on the transformation of creative identity in contemporary society. It suggests that the journey towards self-realization is not linear, but rather an evolving process that may require a deliberate disentanglement from established relationships. The willingness to redefine personal boundaries in the name of growth represents a significant shift away from traditional expectations, heralding a new chapter in the narrative of artistic expression. It challenges the conventional notion that continuity in relationships is synonymous with success, instead presenting the possibility that personal evolution might require the courage to dismantle long-held constructs in favor of a more authentic future. If you liked this video, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel. Also, could you leave your comments below and tell us? What are your thoughts on Jason Momoa confirming his divorce reason after a year? We want to hear from you. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.